This video is sponsored by the subscribe button. Click it. It can make you immune to any disease.
Note, the subscribe button does not actually make you immune to any disease and may cause diarrhea.
Dinosaurs and animation go hand in hand, and for the most part, it's hard to bring dinosaurs back to life without animation, excluding suitmation and animatronics. But the history of dinosaurs in media and breakthroughs in animation, you see that in their history, they're usually intertwined very closely. Like, did you know that the first 2D animated short film was about a dinosaur? Well, technically there were more before it, but Gertie the Dinosaur, created by Winsor McKay, was the first piece of animation to use animation techniques such as keyframes, tracing paper, something called the motoscope action viewer, and animation loops. McKay wanted it to be lifelike, so one of his concerns was accurate timing and motion. For instance, he timed his own breathing to determine the timing of Gertie's breathing. He also includes small details like the earth sagging underneath Gertie's great weight. This one short film inspired the next generation of animators, such as the Fleischer Brothers, Otto Mesmer, Paul Terry, Walter Lantz, and Walt Disney. Let that sink in. Imagine what the history of animation would look like if it wasn't for this one short film about a dinosaur. Let's talk about another form of animation, stop motion. Stop motion today has been used in a handful of beautiful movies, like Wallace and Gromit or the recent Pinocchio movie. But stop motion has been used since the late 1800s, mostly as an effect and for some short animations. But the first film to use stop motion as its primary effect was 1925's The Lost World, a movie based off Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's book of the same name. The book and the film is about a group of explorers that find a lost world filled with dinosaurs. This movie is actually in the National Film Registry because of its cultural significance. Apparently, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle showed test footage to a bunch of people, and he did not say its origins or if it was fake or if it was real. He just showed the film. The next day in the New York Times, they apparently put out an article saying that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's monsters, if they are real, they are amazing. If they are not, they're masterpieces. This movie helped kickstart a long age of monster movies, which includes the original King Kong. Now let's look at the last type of animation, CGI. Like the others, CGI was being played around with for a while before being fully utilized, mostly as an effect and a handful of Pixar shorts. But the first film to make a fully lifelike CG creature that captured the imaginations of audiences across the globe was Jurassic Park.
It's a dinosaur.
Originally, Jurassic Park was going to use stop motion when it came to the shots where the dinosaurs were running or full body shots. And it was going to be done by stop motion animator Phil Tippett, who did all the stop motion for the original Star Wars trilogy and who wasn't a stranger in animating dinosaurs. Steven Spielberg, though a fan of Phil Tippett, still wasn't satisfied with it. It was the greatest stop motion in the world at the time, but he could still tell that it was choppy and, that typical stop motion look.
How we were going to get the dinosaurs to run, how we were going to get them to even be in the movie in wide shots was always going to be the old-fashioned way through stop motion animation. The same way that Willis O'Brien made King Kong, just taking that little armature on a small maquette and just moving it just a millimeter at a time.
It wasn't as smooth as he would like it, and he really wanted to bring these dinosaurs to life. So later, someone introduced him to a new effect, computer-generated imagery. And they showed him test footage of dinosaurs running in a grass field, and it was exactly what Steven wanted.
It didn't have that kind of artificial look. It was completely realistic. It looked like skeletons had come to life and were just running throughout Hawaii.
This new animation style gave life to the dinosaurs of Jurassic Park and helped push the medium as a main staple in cinema, in both special effects and animation. I don't know. I just find it interesting that in the history of animation breakthroughs, it was always marked by dinosaurs.
In Jurassic Park, the place to go to satisfy a Tyrannosaurus-sized hunger is McDonald's, where something big is happening to your favorite extra value meal. Dino-sizing. For just a little more, get dino-sized fries and a large drink in one of 6 free Jurassic Park collector cups. Dino-sizing. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. And now at McDonald's, dinosaurs come to life on 6 Jurassic Park collector cups. Get one free when you buy a large drink or dino-sized extra value meal. But hurry, before they're extinct.